What's up, everybody, and welcome to my TNA Wrestling Review. I've been off the reviews lately, so about 2 weeks now since I've really actually done one. One thing is that I've been kind of sick throughout those times, and it kind of affected my throat. And I know a lot of things has happened. One thing that really was actually a big part of the news, and I'm sure it's already been, well, everybody knows now, is Scott Steiner returning to TNA. And, I really still want to hear a promo because, come on, Scotty and his promos are just hilarious. Scott Steiner doing a promo is gold, okay? It's a gold mine when he cuts a promo because of how funny it is. But, um, yeah, that was one of the biggest, pretty much news throughout those 2 weeks and everything. Even tonight's show, as everybody knows, TNA traveled to Mumbai, India, and I'm kind of glad they went to a different location for once because they need to get out of that impact zone. Which is sometimes the crowd is lively, but it's like people said, a lot of it is full of people in the tour for Universal Studios, and the crowd need to be alive for once. Okay, TNA really need to be live in the Impact Zone to for tonight and everything. So they really need to be more lively. Like that's the thing. The crowd by India. It was a different set. It was a change of scenery, and I liked it. I'll give it that. Because even I know people saw the Scott Steiner returning, but his return was very underwhelming. I expect people to do a big giant pop. Come on, Scott fucking Steiner here, folks. And yeah, they were in Mumbai, India tonight. Film City Stage 7. Bruce Pritchard pretty much kicked off the show, telling JB and Josh Matthews this ends now. If you guys are gonna do commentary, I'm tired of you both bickering. But if you two fight tonight, you will be fired because you have to wait till Slammiversary. But as they kicked off the show, they did the intro. Pretty much what I know they've done a lot of orange stuff because I know they're in India and everything. And they pretty much showed a montage of all the wrestlers talking about their experience in India. Even Jeff Jarrett talked to the production crew. And yes, they have been here in India before. If you remember Rinka King, which was a really good show, really was during that time. And they kept the intro with the India kind of song and India theme. And I know people said that Cody Rhodes is still in the intro, but I believe they said Cody Rhodes is finished with TNA, if I'm wrong. But that's been around lately. I don't know if his wife is still wrestling there or not, even though she's not really that good and she's green. I don't know if Brandy is still there. And, Cody Rhodes has been all over the place. Come on, this guy is every freaking way, alright? His name Ring of Honor, it's New Japan, What Culture, TNA. You never know what the guy shows up next. Bullet Club, the guy is everywhere, alright? Cody Rhodes is freaking everywhere. So you never know where Rhodes will pop up next. But they kicked off the show with Alberto El Patron coming out. You talk about the energy of this crowd as people chanted "seat," and he talked about he's ready to kick some ass tonight. And he talked about his love professional wrestling and winning titles all over the world. He says in all the companies, from America to Mexico to Japan, everywhere. He says, but he needs one more. He says, and he wants the TNA World Heavyweight Championship from Bobby Lashley at Slammiversary until Bobby Lashley came out. And he says, I heard my name come out your mouth, so you need to shut up. He says he's the TNA World Heavyweight Champion and that I'm the realest wrestler in the wrestling business, he says. And he would fight Alberto in the ring, the cage, or drag him up to the parking lot and give him a beat down and stuff. And he says, I'm about winning world titles. He says, you're not the only one. As Alberto says, my friends in India here have something to say about that. As actually call him a cheerleading and stuff. He says, you come from a rich wrestling heritage, but he does not care. Because he's going to get his hands on the Slammiversary. He's going to take that Global Force title as well. Even though that belt don't mean shit. He says Alberto can go back to Mexico, wherever he came from, because you're not needed here. Alright? And one thing Bobby Lashley just shines on the microphone nowadays. Like I said, I don't know where we'll have the full Bobby Lashley suck on the mic, but he's great. He's really that great and intimidating. I'll give him that. But Bruce Pritchard, which I don't know why he was out here, said, you guys are ready to fight. And, you guys are going to defend your titles tonight. And Lashley can take anyone your title tonight. I kind of said, no, I don't defend it. Mystery opponents tonight. So, that's going to go now. Which was a good segment, but then again, why is Bruce Pritchard out there just making random title matches and changing the main event. I feel like for the past few weeks he's changed the main event like 3-4 different times. It's the anniversary. He's gonna face Bobby Lashley. Let's go from EC3 now it's Alberto now. Like who's it gonna be? We never made a triple threat match then. We're gonna go this far for it. Caleb Conley went against Low Ki for the X Division title. Low Ki was super over here. People chanted Low Ki throughout the whole match, which is actually really good. As Caleb Conley did hit a suicide dive, pretty much having Low Ki bleed across his face. And when Conley was about to hit a back suplex on him, Low Ki pretty much hit the shotgun kick and the Warriors way, winning the match. As the fans cheered for him, Sanjay Dutt was up in the at the end of the stage as people chanted Sanjay very loudly, and you know he spoke in Hindu most of the time when he was talking. And you know, I've returned to TNA, me and you returned, and he talked about not the same punk kid from 15 years ago at the Elks Lodge. I wish I would have seen that match. I heard it was really good. And you don't have a hit squad and homicide behind you. And he said he's got 1.5 billion people in India on his back right now, and he asked for a title shot. And he said some Indians said please right after, as Low Ki gave him a title shot for the next week. Even though it's funny. What has Sanjay done ever since he came back to TNA? Because he has not won match and we're giving this guy a title shot for some reason. But he hasn't actually won a match here yet. Like, he's just been here, but he didn't win a match here. That's the thing with that. And so why is he even get a title shot? It's kind of a funny thing when you look at it. Where is he getting a title shot from? Hornswoggle. I'm sorry, not Hornswoggle. Swoggle. As everyone knows about the whole midget fest thing, that's pants down. So you be out, put the midget's pants down. And you know, you can bleep that out if you want to. But he's talking about how rough I swelled was. He couldn't even get out of bed just an inch of his life. He couldn't even take a piss or shit, he said. And you know, he's 45 years old and dressed like a 22-year-old, which I don't know. I don't really believe he's 45 years old. He's not that old now. As Swoggle talked about the injuries of being hit in the nuts with a hammer to his kid and bleeding across his face. And he swore revenge on Rockstar Spud. Davey Richards came out to go against Jabba like his Kumar, which the crowd was mostly behind, you know, he's from India and everything. But Davey Richards pretty much killed him out here and squashed him pretty much with the ankle lock to win. Which some people wonder why Davey Richards wasn't the champion over Eddie Edwards, because at least he has some type of intensity behind him. But Davey Richards won the match as EC3 came out then, pissed since he lost his title shot, and he pretty much took a belt and whipped the guy until James Storm pretty much walked him out, or got him out of there and stopped EC3. But we'll see what goes on from there. Eli Drake was talking to Bruce Pritchard in the back, talking about the match against Moose as Chris Adonis and Masters came up. And thought about, you know, I want a match, like, give me a paternal. Lashley says, Pritchard said to think about it. JB and Josh Matthews were talking as they were going to talk about JB's pretty much training regiment this week, of how he's going to go against Josh Matthews and Scott Steiner, as they're going to show their training regimen next week. But JB and Joseph Parker are going to do their training tonight. They're going to show footage of that. Mahabali Shira, pretty much had a video packed about him. You know, he loves people in India, cricket and wrestling. This is the first time that gets to see him wrestle and see him wrestling. Show his brother and his father, you know, first American wrestling actually India. They pretty much, not pretty much, he pretty much cut a promo. He says that the fans, his people in India, they're exposed to, you know, wrestling now, and they're gonna see it, and he's fighting for his country and everything. You know, they're gonna make history. Say it's actually a good promo, and actually really good on the mic, and give Mahabali Shira a chance, because what he really done in TNA has been a joke guy most of the time. but it was actually really good promo for him, especially being from his home country. So we'll see what something can be good, kind of good from this, because it never really come out to even cut a good promo. When he actually sitting down and talking about it and actually showing a human side of himself, he can actually cut a really good promo. So I enjoyed it. Next was at the TNA Impact Wrestling headquarters as they're at the headquarters as Joseph Parker's with JB, and they're talking they're going to train as Joseph Parker told the story of his great grandfather, Samuel Parker, as he almost won a match against George Hackersmith and stuff. So JB just looked at him very pissed, knowing that they're going to get killed, which I thought was funny. That the best. He was like, "You kidding? It's Scott Steiner. You expect me to beat him? Are you insane?" Bobby Lashley was ready for his opponent in the ring as he went against Moose. It was actually a really good match, and it was actually enjoyable. People did the Moose arm thing, which Moose almost won after he hit the go to hell in the almost a game breaker, but Bobby Lashley pretty much switched over and hit a spear. So that was actually a really good match. So yeah. I don't know, Moose still at that Impact, he still got that Grand Championship. I don't know what to say about that belt sometimes. He just has it right now, so we'll see where he keeps going with it. But I'm not the biggest fan of that title. What? I'm neck. That's not the review here. Yeah, but Moose, we'll see where you still go with that belt. I don't really have that much faith in the Impact Brand. Well, they're trying with the belt. I'll give them that. At least they're trying with it. LAX, which I didn't know they were brought this India tour and that. Pretty much when Clubhouse, as Conan talked about them, they made history. They're double tag team champions right now. This is an historic moment. You know, we got the chips right now. We're now on the sideline with the main entree. They gotta pay attention to us now. We're running things around here, alright? They did it for the people, they said. They're gonna make their people proud. Which I like the new LAX, alright? I hope they really need to start trying to make these guys heel. Alright, I don't really see Homicide wrestle that much, but I like the new LAX. I like Santana and Ortiz. Even though, like I said before, the GFW titles don't mean anything. Really, they really don't. But I like what the new LAX is right now. So, they're at least, they're fighting for the, trying to make a change right here, fighting for their spot, fighting for their right and everything. So, yeah, they're fighting against the system. Like I said, they're fighting against the system, but I don't know if they really were here for the show this week. Okay, come on. I'm really not gonna get this review going out well tonight. as I was saying throughout this whole review, Rockstar Spud chasing, what was he chasing around? Being chased around by Hornswoggle with some type of hammer again or something. So I don't know what they're doing with this. However they want to go with this, it makes no sense that they're chasing each other around. I guess they have a match this anniversary. Rosemary won against Laurel Van Ness for the Night House Championship. You know, Rosemary almost has a skull face thing going on with you know, since there's no more decay and almost like Crazy Steve with his skull face paint. And I'm surprised they just don't try to have Rosemary go back after LAX, but hey, Decay is gone. Crazy Steve left the company. Abyss is still there, so I don't know really how they're gonna work that out. Even though this match was really quick, which is pretty much two crazy people battling each other, but they've made Rosemary face. She pretty much won by a roll up, but the numbers game pretty much happened to her then. The numbers game really happened to her then, as Allie pretty much came out with a save. She came out with a save then, and pretty much had a kendo stick in hand, and pretty much hit both Sienna and Laurel Van Ness. But the numbers game caught up to her then, but Rosemary was able to get the stick and get him out of the ring. And she pretty much thanked Allie by doing some type of bow then. So, pretty good segment right there. Not much match-wise, but at least you're going to see where this whole Allie and Rosemary thing works in. Picture was on the KM, Kevin Matthews, as, you know, KM says the number one contender, but Richard says, man, I haven't picked anyone to go against Alberto tonight. But he says, are you calling me a liar? I said, no, but you're not the number one contender, though. The JB and Abyss exercise montage, which was really hilarious on a treadmill. Abyss could not run on the treadmill, which is funny, and struggling with 20 pounds and throwing a medicine ball around with Joseph Parker being knocked multiple times. How about, you know, this is where the gladiators fight. Well, that's Tennessee Titans, they fight every Sunday and stuff. But he says, yeah, this is what gladiators do, and he told JB to do a belly flop in the ring, the inside of the pool. You know, we're going to do some high flying. So this is what the X Division was built around, he says. You know, be a high flyer. But he did a belly flop in the pool, and he didn't know what that accomplished with Abyss said. You've seen Abyss. Joseph Parker said it did something out there. And that's all part of the training. He says the leap was beautiful, but JB just looked at him crazy about the whole thing. As Josh Matthews says, he's going to get people the world's greatest senton, but you ain't Jeff Hardy, so I don't see where that's going to go. But it was a very hilarious segment. Alright, I would say a very hilarious segment. The main event was Alberto Patron versus Chris Adonis, which I should have seen Eli Drake in there, which had a better match. This match was kind of meh at best. I don't really think the crowd was even into it. Also, I don't know. There's just something really off about this. Chris Adonis Masters, whatever. I don't understand what this thing. I don't even know where he got a black eye for some reason too. Which pretty much they lost. Alberto hit the foot stomp. And then they pretty much jumped him after that. But Moose came for the save. His body dash to the front and then the show. It actually did a better show for TNA. One thing they got in the Impact Zone, which at least during the crowd was lively in India, and people actually cared and chanted the rest of his name, were actually popping throughout the whole night and stuff. So I am glad to change the scenery and a new set, and hopefully the Orlando crowd needs to take a lesson from this and actually turn up the Slammiversary and get the crowd hyped out there. Now, I don't believe this story of Dave Meltzer saying, I read this on the internet, Dave Meltzer said that they paid people to be in the arena, which I don't really think that's true. Like I said, India's a big market and everything. You see everybody's going for WWE, this whole Jimmy Mahal thing. I don't know, Ray Lyon's going to be there soon. So everybody's really gunning for India right now, trying to get whatever they can out of it. I don't know how successful it would be, but I want to see what the rest of these taking do for TNA since they were in Mumbai, India. It was actually a really good show, so I can't really hate on it. They usually do good in the UK shows, but they at least have a bigger arena in the UK and actually sell out a lot there. So I'll give TNA that. But you know, as for night's show, hey, it was a better show. It was better than being. Peace. Peace.